Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 8, Roller Skates and Blind Dates. And let's go ahead and get into it. Real quick before we do, y'all already know I'm trying to grow my channel. Just like all the other YouTubers out there, if you enjoy the content and y'all want me to keep going, I need y'all to subscribe, watch the video all the way through. Help a sister out. It's free 99 and I promise you gonna love it here. Plus, when Marlo went on that blind date, I was cackling, so you won't want to watch to the end, okay? So let's go ahead and get it started. We start off with Drew trying to show her assistant who got her Mary J. Blige big old frames on in the house. She trying to show her some dance moves or lack thereof. So, even Alexa was trying to play Drew. Like, I feel like I gotta really go up for Drew this episode, because goodness, my good sis can't catch a break, okay? She said, Alexa, play whatever the song is called. And Alexa was like, girl, what? I ain't never heard. And then she said it again, and she's like, oh, all right. You gotta say it just right, because it's new, and it only got 3,000 streams, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like, give me a minute. So, I mean, they love to hate Drew. But anyway, Drew mentions her older sister, who was like a second mom to her. Sis was also her former manager, but she had to take a step back and, step away because she had to focus on her mental health. Drew wishes they had more of like a sisterly bond, but it was like strictly business. And, it seemed like there was a big old age gap. So Drew mentions she was talking to Ralph and she was like, oh, Allison, I believe is her sister's name. And she's like, she got permission to come over. And already we know it's about to be some mess. So she come into the house. We find out Ralph banned Allison from coming over to the house because Allison said that he's controlling. I mean, if the shoe fit, like, I don't, what? So you're going to debunk her saying you're controlling by controlling if she can come over to the house. Okay. All right. Because first of all, you ain't banning my sister from nothing. Like, yeah, you my husband, I gotta respect my man, my man, my man. But this is my sister. Okay. So Ralph said, you know what? Like, maybe I should leave. Maybe I should go since she coming over. Maybe I should just remove myself. Ralph, you just want any reason to leave. You ain't slick. So we see Sheree. I was about to say she by Sheree. She's launching baby merch. I mean, cute baby, but we lost interest in the merch, honey. And Sheree says she hasn't actually made any profit off of her merchandise yet because she's put so much money into it that she hasn't profited yet. I don't see how, you spending so much money on these t-shirts. They got I when I was selling t-shirts doing a panorama, listen, they got print as you go companies where, the people will just pay as they order. You don't gotta order all this stuff ahead of time. Cause now the people don't lost interest and you got all these she by Shein shirts. We don't want them. We can just why pay you $200 when I can pay $2 on the website. So well, first of all, she should have stuck with the fitness. It really wasn't nothing else to see here. She was talking to some guy. I guess she hired people, but is she paying them with camera time or paying them with real money? Marlo, in the next scene, has an Instagram live. She's discussing foster care. We may need to see more of this, but she only give us just enough so that somebody out there may feel sorry for her. Girl. So Saya comes over to visit. And she says she wishes the other ladies could see the side of Marlo that she sees. Girl, where have you been living the other 13 seasons? Under a rock? Where have you been? Have you never watched before you joined the cast? Because what? She always picking the side of wrong. So Marlo said when Kandi said F you and them flowers, or however she said it, she was saying it felt like Kandi was saying F her deceased nephew and his mama. Like what? Whoa. Way to go from 0 to 100, putting 20 on 10. Like, all right now, girl, you dragging this. Please let this be the last time we hear. Rest in peace, nephew. But I don't want to hear about him from Marlo no more. Okay? So Marlo says she has a blind date, and she tells Sonya it's with a Jamaican man. Sonya was like, "Yeah, girl, that's just what you need, girl." Well, why you ain't with one then? Well, why ain't you with a Jamaican man then, Sonya? Let me tell you something. If you want a man to change your life in the worst way, go ahead and get you a Jamaican man, okay? Shout out to all my Jamaican men. All right. Marlo says she's been celibate for 4 years, and I believe it. And if she would have said 14 years, I might have believed that too, quite frankly. Marlo, she want to ask all the burning questions. Is he in debt? What his money looking like? Have you paid your taxes every year? I ain't really mad at them questions. At this big old age, we really don't got much time to be wasting. I ain't trying to build you up, get to know you, and I can work with. Leave that for Simone and Rashid, okay? I over there, I'm ready to love. If you didn't catch what I was talking about, we ain't interested over here on this side. Come together already, or don't come. So Sheree and Kandi meet for a one-on-one, and they do all the niceties. And then Sheree begins to blame Kandi for joking about her merch. She really was like strongly like high key blaming Kandi, and Kandi ain't say nothing that nobody else said. We all said it. Just like we were saying it about Chateau, the 20 years you were building yet. Like we said it when year after year we were saying it. Now we're just saying it with this project. So Sheree said, you don't come to me for music advice, and I definitely don't come to you for fashion advice. Okay. But Kandi wasn't giving you fashion advice. It sounded like she was giving you business advice, and you most definitely could use the business advice, okay? So Sheree said, I bought your shirts, and you can only wash them once, and then they shrink. And Kandi said, well, at least you can get them. I ain't gonna lie, Kandi was eating her up in this scene. Sheree, you sure you wanted this one-on-one? Okay, because them reads wasn't really reading. It really wasn't, because Kandi was like, and we selling other people's merch. Like, you act like it's a dig at me. Like, it ain't hurt my feelings, okay? And so Sheree said Kandi failed inspection at her restaurant, one of her restaurants. And Kandi was like, okay. And then, like, 3 weeks later, we passed. And the people still sitting there eating. But meanwhile, your website, but I digress. Kandi ended up taking accountability and apologized, and she's a better woman than me. Because we ain't forget Sheree's little locker room comment she made last season. At least I didn't. When she was with Marlo outside of that party. But okay. So it's the day of Drew's video shoot, and she introduces her sister to cousin Courtney and gonna say, this is Ralph's blood cousin. You trying to convince us or yourself? And why is Courtney there? Like, I just didn't see, why was she there? She didn't even have no speaking lines. Like, why? Mommy Mangetta was there too, throwing shade, girl. So she said, sis said she managed her for 30 years, because Drew was like, oh, she started managing me when I was 8. And then the sister at the same time was like, yeah, for 30 years. And she was like, oh, wait, how old you supposed to be again? Drew said, we ain't doing industry ages. We don't got to do the Hollywood age. You know, you can say my real age. It's fine. Drew admits that she can't skate. I have seen her instructor skating online before, and he really can do his thing, honey. He got rhythm, okay? So Sonya said in the confessional, he was like, girl, after you done busted your knee in Jamaica, all the issues you've been having, skating, you might want to do something where you just walk in, doing a little stroll, a little walkthrough. But she did good. She did good. Mangetta and Kenya tried to shade Drew, because Kenny was like, oh, it's looking like Beyonce's Blow video. So, more than one people can have a video shoot at a skating rink, like Ian. And then Mangetta told me something. I mean, it was cute, and my daughter had a birthday there, and it was, girl, but this ain't no kids party. Honey, this is my video shoot for my song. Honey, put some respect on Drew's name, okay? Plus, we don't really much know what Mangetta got going on. We didn't even know Mangetta could dance until 2 weeks ago. So let's not too much. So it was cute. Ralph and Sis make up. Great. But can we skip to the good part when they down at divorce court? Because that's what we waiting on, honestly. So Marlo goes on her, she's getting ready to go on her blind date. She in the car. They gonna say, with her driver / friend. Why everybody that work for Marlo her friend? She paying for friends. Girl, if you're paying for friends, how can I be down? Okay. So Marlo FaceTime Saya saying she didn't. She's like, you didn't check on me, and I'm all nervous on my date, and you didn't even check on me. Saya got a whole husband that's finally in town for a change, and a son that her family getting tired of watching. She ain't got time to be checked. Marlo is a needy friend. So Saya said she was at Drew's video shoot earlier in the day, and Marlo was like, "Well, I ain't get no invite. You know, I'm gonna call Drew right now. She's so fake. I'm gonna call her right now. Let her know I'm going on a date, as if Drew would care." So she FaceTimes Drew after she called her fake, talking about, "Hey, girl, girl, so phony." And Drew ain't here for Marlo calling like nothing happened. Like, girl, you just cussed me out last week. We ain't about to just gloss over this. I don't care what you do with them other ones, okay? We not over there. And Drew was just like, she ain't having the fakeness. She like, it really bothered me when you did X, Y, Z. Marlo got mad, hung up on her. Click, boop. So she immediately started trash talking Drew, saying she bad built like a square. And she was like, her man wants this voluptuous. What is it? And the driver was like, voluptuous. Girl. That tickled me. Okay, anyway, because I laughed a little too hard. It wasn't even all that funny, but it made me laugh. So they arrive at the date, and Marlo's so fake yet again, child. She can't help herself. She was like, oh, it's at a strip mall, at a plaza. Ugh, the ghetto. So she goes inside and she sees this handsome, tall, because Marlo got her heels on, honey. He's tall, you know, you got the like shape up, the beard is groomed just right, honey. Okay, got a nice bouquet. He ain't go stop at the market. You know, he went to a real, he got a, where you get a real bouquet? He got a real one, okay? So he was being a nice gentleman, and he was like, welcome to my restaurant. And she said, oh, this your restaurant? Oh, this you? This is nice. This is nice. Ooh. So he's 39. Because he's like, oh, you can tell I'm seasoned with the salt and pepper and all that stuff. And I was like, is he having premature grace? He ain't got to be that salt and peppery at 39. Goodness gracious. But it looked, you know, it was well groomed. I'll give him that. So he got a 15-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Oh, hell nah. Girl, get up out of there. Don't walk, sis. Run. Sprint. But you know, it's a whole lot of sexual innuendos, and it seemed like he there for a good time, not a long time, honey. The long time gonna be with that baby mama with them children back to back. But y'all still together? And he's like, I wouldn't be sitting here with you. Listen, all this, I've been on a break for 3 weeks. We just broke up 2 weeks ago. Don't nobody want to hear that. Go be with your family. Go on. Unless it's two different mothers. And then, go on. Just go. Honey, he is a player. Red flag on the play. So, what I write? Oh, he said he was locked up before. She was like, I was locked up before. And she's like, how long was your bid? And he was like, my longest one was 6 months. And she's like, oh, we're soulmates. We both are ex-cons. Like, we have so much in common. Girl, y'all don't have nothing but that in common. What? But okay. This man just wanted a little TV time. And yeah, he really wanted to, you know, get the draw. So for lack of better words, I don't know what else. But that was the end of the episode. Next week, Wig steps back on the scene. Ugh. Sheree, if this is what you bring in, you and her can go. Y'all can go. I don't care what's going on with her and her husband getting divorced. I don't care. Kim Zolciak, I don't want to see her on my screen at all. But let me know what y'all think about this week's episode before I go too far off on the deep end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.